Get 2 free workouts by clicking the link in the top right hand corner of this video and jumpstart your workout regimen today. What's up guys, Tony Watson here from Pro Training Basketball, and today I'm going to teach you the 3 ways to guard a ball screen. So let's get into it. Alright, so when you're guarding the ball screen, there's 3 different ways that you can guard this ball screen. Alright, and it depends on what your coach tells you to do or what kind of player the offensive guy is. And another thing to keep in mind is you and your big man or whoever's guarding the screener, have to be on the same page in order to make it work. Alright, so this is the first one we're going to go over, and it's called going over the screen. Alright, so if I'm guarding Will, and all the variations that I'm talking about today are pertaining mostly to the guy guarding the ball. So if I'm guarding Will and I want to go over the screen, Will's usually going to take me down below the screen, and once he starts to come off, I got to be pretty physical here. All right, there's a screener here. Usually it's a big guy who's got a lot of girth and takes up a lot of space. I got to be able to take Will, use some contact, and kind of knife my way over the top of the screen so I can stay with Will. All right, and the reason why we want to go over the screen is because if you're a good shooter like Will, we can't allow him to come off freely and shoot the ball. Another thing is a lot of guys who are good getting into the paint and making things happen, you can't allow them to get around this ball screen, get into the paint, and make a play, whether it's score or find an open man. So the most common way is to go over the screen, and we'll walk through it one more time. Will takes me down. I'm guarding him real physically. I'm trying to knife through this screen here, and now I'm still in front of him without any problems. All right. The next part is we're going to go under the screen. All right. So going under the screen would typically be for guys who's not good shooters, the ball handler. You would go under the screen to kind of let them shoot or contest their shot late because they're not a strong shooter. So when we're going under the screen here, Will's gonna take me down. I'm gonna start to go towards the screen, and at the last second, I'm gonna go under and meet Will here. All right. A lot of guys fall into trap of getting kind of lazy when they're going under the screen because they think their guy's not a good shooter. Well, the thing is, he probably knows he's not a good shooter as well. So when he's coming down, all right, and I go under and I start to get lazy here, he can still beat me to the paint if I don't get under quick and get a hand up. All right, guys, and the last variation is we're going to make the player turn it down. Now, I usually call this icing the ball screen. A lot of teams in the NBA are doing this as well. But what you're basically doing is not letting them use the ball screen at all. And what it only allows to happen is that this player has to stay on this side of the court. It limits their space. It limits their opportunity of making something happen. So in order to do that, if Will's dribbling the ball and I'm guarding him like I normally do, if my team's icing this ball screen, what I want to do as the defender on the ball is jump all the way to Will's side where the ball screen is. So if Will's on the right side of the court, I want to jump all the way to his left side, and I want to force him baseline. All right, now when you do this, you're basically giving him a free step towards the basket. So you're supposed to have your big man over here, or the guy guarding the screen over here to kind of stop him and not let him drive straight to the basket and make a play. All right, so a couple things you want to do when you're doing this is Will's dribbling. All right, you don't want to give it away so soon. So as soon as he turns to go towards the screen, that's when I'm going to hop over here. All right, this way Will gets kind of caught off surprise, and then he realizes he can't go this way. All right, you kind of got to put up a wall as a defender, so if he runs into you, all right, if Will tries to run into me, go ahead, run into me, he just takes me over the screen with him. All right, sometimes you can't really stop, especially bigger guys, from just going over the screen. You got to just wall them off and make sure you go over the screen with them. All right, the second part of it is you can't jump all the way to his side and give him the free range to just go against usually your big man that's standing right there, because most of the time the guard's going to win. So you got to kind of be on his side but attached to his hip, so when he does start to go this way, once you get past the screen, you can get back in front of him and continue to play defense. All right, guys, if you like that video, please hit the thumbs up below, and in the comments, let us know what other kind of drills or tutorials you guys want to see, and we'll be sure to bring those to you. And if you missed last week's video, check that out right here, and I'll see you next Monday for a new video. Perfect your game. Peace.